Welcome to the Who's Left podcast, a show about Indiana politics, history, and culture from an unapologetically leftist perspective. My name is Scott Aaron Rogers, and I'm recording from Bloomington. Now, for good reason, we spend a lot of time talking about the creep toward authoritarianism under Donald Trump. And don't get me wrong, the man is fundamentally a fascist who governs like the organized crime boss he is. But he's got a ways to go if he wants to become a real dictator, and we should all fight every day to ensure that doesn't happen. My guest today has experienced life under an actual totalitarian regime, and having chosen America, his love for our country and faith in its institutions shines brightly. After an election night that included big wins for democracy, we're doubling down on hope with his refreshing perspective, a needed departure from the jaded doom and gloom view that often defines this space. Sorry about that. Saad Tawfeeq is an Iraqi-born Hoosier marking 10 years as a U.S. citizen. We actually recorded this interview on the anniversary of his citizenship. His family fled political persecution under Saddam Hussein's dictatorship, assisted U.S. forces during the war, and escaped through multiple countries to get to the States, only for Saad to suffer repeated health setbacks. Through all of this, he persisted, studying for the U.S. citizenship exam while undergoing dialysis treatment. After recovering, Saad did something that was unavailable to his family in their home country. He became politically active, a super volunteer for the Clinton campaign in 2016. He has remained active in local politics with runs for Greenwood City Council and Johnson County Council, and though he's yet to break through in red central Indiana, those setbacks barely qualify as molehills after the mountains he's already scaled. Saad Tawfeeq knows tough times, and now he's running for township trustee, the elected official entrusted with helping us through our own hard times, when we need last resort help with the rent, utility bills, and food assistance. Don't it always seem to go that those who've been down the dark road are the ones you want by your side when you have to navigate that road yourself? In the following conversation, we'll talk about his family's escape from Iraq, their years in limbo, and the desire to always come to America. We'll talk about his health setbacks and how he used that time to prepare for U.S. citizenship. Then, we'll turn to politics, looking at his work for the Clinton campaign, then at his own campaigns for local office. We discuss how he navigates bias and harassment from neighbors, and I wonder if immigrants don't make better citizens than many of the folks that were born here. And through all of it, his love of country shines through brightly, in a way that many of us other jaded native-born Americans might have lost. Real quick, before we get to the interview, please consider supporting Who's Left with a paid subscription. This is an independent media project. I don't paywall content. I don't sell out to advertisers. I don't have billionaire benefactors. Only individuals like you keep this thing going. I refuse to gatekeep valuable information in the middle of a political crisis, even to my financial detriment. So please, if you find value in this work, go to whosleft.us and subscribe at the paid level. It's only $5 a month or $50 for the whole year to help me write more, research more, and organize more. And if you're not ready for a long-term commitment, you can make a one-time contribution on Cash App or Venmo. Links are in the show notes. Look, I'm pushing 50. My sore old body could much better serve the state constructing a better future than in actual construction. But I need your financial support to make that leap. If that doesn't work for your budget at this time, you can still help out by liking and sharing on social media, commenting, leaving reviews, providing feedback, and forwarding articles to your people. We are building a community of Hoosiers dedicated to making the state and its government work for all of us, not just the elite few. Please join us. Follow on Blue Sky, Instagram, and Threads at whosleft.us, and on Facebook, X, TikTok, Mastodon, and YouTube at Who's Left. Tell the others. Let's build a radically democratic Indiana together. Thanks again. Now, here is my conversation with Saad Tawfeeq. All right. Hey, there we are. Saad Tawfeeq, welcome to the Who's Left podcast.
Hey, thanks for having me, Scott. I'm happy to meet you again. Thanks.
Yeah. This is take two. We tried to record earlier, didn't exactly have the best place to be trying to do it, didn't have the best audio quality. So we're going to do it again the right way here and release that for you all. Saad, tell the folks a little bit about yourself.
Well, first of all, my name is Saad Tawfeeq. I'm running for Plaza Township trustee down south here in Johnson County, District 6. And first of all, today it's my special day. It is my anniversary, 10 years, been a proudly immigrant American citizen. So I'm running because I believe in equal opportunity and equal rights for all people. I believe in women's rights. I believe in veterans' rights. I believe in public safety. I believe in public education. And I believe responsible leadership that puts people first, leadership that acts with integrity, leadership that listens, leadership that's showing up, not for politics, but for the people. For a long time, government, should be a bridge to opportunity and stability. This office of township, it's the most immediate needs for our community. So the people, if they need help, I will be the first person. When I get elected, I will help them. And every single day I will show up and I will sit up actually the hours of the office that for the people of my Plaza Township to help them. And by the way, I'll tell you my journey. I'm originally from Iraq. I born and raised in Baghdad, city capital of Iraq. So when the war invaded in Iraq and the civil war invaded in Iraq, I was about to finish my degree. And I was in a regular life, live every single day to be better, to be something in my life, obviously, Scott. So what happened when the war and civil war invaded in Iraq? I was under of a threat.
Yeah.
And I was living on danger. And I wasn't care because I was a teenage, strong guy, has an energy. I don't care about what they say. They send me actually a message that if you go to the school, if you study, you're gonna get killed. So we move on. My father was so smart, after what's happening to me. I lost my friend, I lost my girlfriend, and I lost my teacher, and my school was devastated. But kind, unknown militia, kind of that. So my life was really devastated. At that time, my father, he just was so smart to move us actually to Jordan, stay in Jordan for a little while, and then I stay in Egypt waiting my visa, my special immigrant visa, to come to, because my father served in U.S. military. He gave all his life to protect our troops, to get them back safe to our country. That is why I was on target, because of my father works and helps American troops. So my life wasn't easy at that time. It was, and really in a tough time in 2003 and 2004 was the most tough, actually, life there. We just running for our life. I don't know if I am going out. I don't know if I go back. I don't know at that time.
Yeah.
Then I move on. I moved to Jordan, stayed in Jordan for a little while, and then Egypt, stay about my God, more than 5 years, waiting my special immigrant visa to come to the United States, to come to my dream home country. This is my dream home country, My father brought it to me, that dream, and I grew up with it. And when I come to the United States, I come with zero English. And I study here and I work, after I study and I work as an engineer in software and hardware computer. And then start working and study. In 2014, unfortunately, was the sad year for me. 2014, 2015. These 2 years, first year of 2014, I got affected with kidney failure, threw me on dialysis.
Oh,
Yes, threw me on dialysis. At that time, I was remembering when my sister gets suffered, my oldest sister gets suffered with a kidney failure in Iraq. She got a lot of suffered. So I was afraid to be like her, get suffered, So I just was so bad. I was so depressed at that time. So I have my family, my father, my mother, my sister, to make me strong, to remind me who I am and what I can do in the future. So it wasn't easy. It wasn't easy at all what I have been through. After a year from my dialysis, I got affected. My feet my legs, my 2 legs, and feet shaking without no reason when I've been sleeping on dialysis. Dialysis make me exhausted sometimes.
Yeah.
Exhausted. So I slept. I make really very fast movement with my 2 legs, and then mine just noticing you need to go to the neuroscience doctors. So when I went there and they checked me, and then I got affected with spinal problems.
Jeez.
So the surgeon doctor, his name, I still remember his name actually, Dr. John D. Powell, who is a surgeon. He's the best surgeon ever. That doctor, he's helping me, and he told me, Saad, if you didn't do your surgery for your back, you will be paralyzed forever. Imagine this is God. I'm on the machine. So I just laughing and smiling actually to the doctor. And doctor said, what's the reason that you make me smile? I said, doctor, my life is on the machine. My life is on the machine. You tell me if I'm not doing this surgery, I will be paralyzed forever. And they can't do anything for me if I am not doing this surgery. I made the surgery. It's taken about 10 hours, the surgery. Wow. Yes, 10 hours on the surgery. And after 5 hours from during the surgery, doctor come out to my twin sister. He told her that maybe your brother will be on the wheelchair for the rest of his life. But thanks God. Imagine, I'm shaking actually. I'm sorry. I apologize for this. Still remember it. Next day, Scott, I tell him I want to stand up. Like when you feel it, next day, wake up, you want to stand up? That's how exactly it is, the succeed of the surgery. I stand up and I walk a little bit. That means it's working.
Wow.
My body is working. So moving on, after the surgery, I move on actually. So I was on dialysis. In the meantime, when I am on dialysis, I was studying the history of United States, and I was studying the culture of United States. I have a couple of books, and I have the book for the naturalization book that I have to read and study the history of United States in every part Scott, in every part. I study it and I understand it, obviously. And then I decide, 2015, September, a month, a month ago, I decide to apply for naturalization, to be proudly immigrant American citizen. So I study, I go, and everything gets success. And October 29th was my ceremony, and I got officially American citizen. So at that moment, I decide which party that I am taking, because even in my life, I'm a Democratic person, even in my life, because I'm a strong Democrat, So the way is, at that time, I was so excited.
Yeah.
A huge things in your life been changed. Citizenship, it's changing the whole your life. Everything is changed now. Now starting to be what part I'm going to be next. Because I become, American citizen proudly, and I belong in this, and I belong in this country, and my loyal all of it to this country. I live and I die for this country, United States. So I decide to be a Democrat, and my first vote was, at that time, was Hillary Clinton.
Mm-hmm.
I vote for her. And yeah,
the first election to be involved in, huh?
Yeah, for sure, Scott. So I decide, to work with the Hillary Clinton campaign. I've got a call from Washington, D.C., told me to involve in the campaign of Hillary Clinton. So I sign up. I've got a call, from north of Indianapolis. The director of Hillary Clinton at that time was Marcella. Her name is Marcella. I still remember her name, Marcella. And Keith Potts was the manager of the office of Hillary Clinton. I don't know if you know him, Keith Potts.
I don't know them personally, but these names are familiar. Yeah.
So I start voluntarily working for her campaign. Do you know how many calls did I make? And
I couldn't even begin to fathom. How many calls did you make, Saad?
Plus 10,000 calls.
Wow.
Plus 10,000 calls. And more than that, nationally, I was doing it for her too. So her stuff, they put in the list of her campaign rallies, Indiana. They never imagined, even the staff and all the team of Hillary, they didn't imagine that Hillary is going to be in Indiana with the rest of the family. I met the rest of the family, from her daughter, Chelsea Clinton. I met her first, and then Bill Clinton and Hillary Clinton I met at that time. At that time, I just seen how they speak. I listened to them carefully to get the lessons from them, acknowledged, in politics. And many of, we have really very professional, politicians like Andre Carson, Fadi Kadura, these officials, and many of, officials here in Indiana. I've got, lessons and knowledge, from them to decide to be a candidate to run, So 2019, I decided to run in for city council of Greenwood, but it wasn't ready for me. My people tell me it's not ready for you. You need to learn more, to get the knowledge, to know what to do, because this is a really, a very, very important, and it is so tough, position. So you need to know every, single part of, of your city. So to know what to do, because this is a really big responsibility, to work on. So after I told you I decided and I involved in American political process. After that, I move on, helping many candidates, phone calls, canvassing. It's not only Hillary Clinton that I help. I help many candidates with Hillary Clinton, and still helping. And I'm still actually want to help. Anyone wants help, I help, actually. Phone calls, canvassing. I canvass for myself. So last year was the big, huge, step that I made. And I'm running for Johnson County Council at large. And I have a list of strategy that will change the county. But unfortunately, I'm not unfortunate actually, but I didn't win. But this was the beginning of me to be enjoying, in the race of candidacy, And this is my second, and I really, really want to thanks from your actually show. Thanks, big thanks to our, Johnson County, Indiana Democratic Party for believing in me to put me on this position. They know that I can do something for the community, to change something, to help them, to show the example of our Johnson County. And you already know Johnson County is red. But that, Scott, not affect me. For that, it's not affect me, actually. I'm working for even Republican, Democrat, Independent. This is for the people. Trustee is working for the people. I am not running for a title or position. I'm running for responsibility to be their, advocate, to be their partner, to help them with utilities, help them with rent, help them with food and essential services. So I move on, and I'm still actually working to find out. And I look couple of lists that I, searching for the amount that they, the annual that they made, actually collected the number, how much they spent. I just need, to meet actually the trustee, our trustee, William Hart, my opponent. I want to meet him to see how much they spend, because I didn't, didn't understand. They didn't spend that much for the last year. Trustee doesn't spend that much. I look into the list of the spending actually money, but I need to know this year how much they spend, because we are about to end it up of the 2025, and I have to know, how much amount they made, for the community. So I don't know. I'm just waiting for you.
Saad, I want to say so much. You've got a fascinating story, and just going through war. Your sister struggling with disease, you having to struggle with disease, and then your medical problems not ending there. They just compound, and you've got more. Like, it'd be really easy for you to be like, yeah, no, I've had enough. I've survived. I've worked. I've earned the ability to like relax now. But that doesn't sound like that's how you roll.
Yes.
Let me ask a little bit about growing up in Iraq. How old were you in 2003 when the invasion began?
It's like less than 18, I can say. Less than 18. Less than 18. Teenage. It's like a teenage. I don't know.
But a teenager, okay.
So at that time, I was like a young person who has a lot of energy, teenage, study, went to my school and engaging with my friends. I'm so friendly, by the way, at that time. So friendly, and I have my girlfriend, hang up with her. That's before the war, like 2001, 2002, and then earlier 2023, before the war, because the war started in summer, I could say.
Yeah.
No, summer. In the winter, earlier winter, yes, in the winter. Ended up of winter to summer, kind of that, time.
Yeah. Well, sort of in the spring, if I remember, but
yeah.
It's been a while. What was it like those couple years before the invasion? Because I remember it was kind of a slow burn. The Bush administration here really had to ramp up the propaganda, and try to convince the people that this is that invading Iraq was a thing that we should do. On your on that side, what did it feel like from over there? It had to have been scary. Like, here's the most powerful country in the world, and they're talking about invading. And you were a teenager, probably of that age where, I don't know, a lot of governments would want their young men to be ready to fight in said war.
Exactly. At that time, like when the wars came, actually, I was to enjoy the army, because they enforced the people to enjoy the army.
Yeah.
At that time, you don't have equal opportunity and equal rights.
Right.
Saddam's regime, as you already know. You're searching for that, and you see how the Saddam regime exactly is. But the thing is, I was just focusing on study, to be a lawyer, to be engineering. So that's what my, future life that I want, to be engineering. So I focus on my study, and after that, oh my gosh, I was dreaming to come to the United States. I tell my parents that I'm going to be going to this country one day. One day. I grow up with it. Even if there's no war between Iraq and the United States, it is my dream. I want to make it a true dream to be living in this country. I'm coming to this country for loyalty, to be here, to belong here, not for something else.
It
be a part of.
It sounds like you're. Yeah. No. Go ahead. Go ahead.
To be a part of the country, because I love it a lot.
Yeah.
When I read the story, obviously, I see how the people sacrifice themselves for the freedom to be the country, United States. How they make it united. People sacrifice themselves for this country. So
it sounded like before the war, your family was not exactly a big fan of Saddam Hussein.
Let me tell you the story. My dad is, at that time, he's engineering, top of engineering.
Yeah.
In the government at that time. My father gets suffered. I don't know if you read the story that I sent it to you on Google. Sent you my story, actually published in 2016 with Nouveau newspaper. My father publishes a story and I publish my story in it. The thing is, my father was, oh my gosh, every week in his life, every week, they go to the CIA, Iraqi CIA, testified him. Because of what? Because of his cousin. His cousin was in different party than Ba'ath Party, was against Ba'ath Party. So Saddam Hussein, when he's actually think there's a part of this family, against me, that means all the family is against him. I think you already read that. You already know that.
Yeah.
So my father was under investigate from 1995 to 23. Testified.
Oh, wow.
Testified what kind, imagine what kind of testify they make for him. What kind of investigate for him. Underestimated him, disrespect him, and they killed the people in front of my father to see the reaction of my father. If he feel like emotional with them, they will do what they do with them. The government will do the same with my dad. My father losing a lot of weight. He faced the suffering. My dad is a brave guy and a hero guy. Even though when Saddam's moved, he protects our troops to get them back safe to our country. So
yeah. So even you said your father worked with U.S. troops during the war. So I imagine that meant you were in danger.
Of course. Not only me, my sisters, the rest of the family. My sister, she got kidnapped, and the U.S. Army got her.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Our life was in danger. After I told you when the civil war invaded in Iraq, it's about religions. If you have different names, different faith, they kill you.
What was that period like? Because I'm thinking of the way we were fed things, through our media during that time. There was the shock and awe and the quick battlefield victories for the U.S. military, but then maintaining the peace afterwards is kind of where things fell apart. What was it like as groups like ISIS filled in that void where the Ba'ath Party and Saddam Hussein used to be?
That's really wow. Back like after the war, after a couple of years, and says ISIS showing up actually in Mosul's.
Yeah.
They in the last reunion, they just come to people who's become a veterans, like soldiers, generals, come to my dad. They told him, we are sorry about north of Iraq that ISIS invaded on this. We're sorry because my father tried to free the country from these people, and protect American troops, and they come back again. That's unfortunate. Shouldn't be happening north of Iraq. Shouldn't be happening that. Should to be protected. Shouldn't have to be happen. So it wasn't easy. It wasn't easy at that time. People killed. People tortured and killed.
Yeah.
It's people of Mosul's. They was very peaceful people. They killed them. I'm not with that. I'm not with that. Definitely 100%. I want my country to be safe always, because America, when they came to free the country from these kind of people.
Right. And then so one kind of dictator, one kind of authoritarian is gone, but then a different kind of authoritarian steps in to fill the void. I could see where maybe some folks in Iraq would have resented the United States for coming in and destabilizing the country. As bad as Saddam Hussein was, there was certainly an element of stability. There wasn't like internal violence in the country like you saw under ISIS. How do you square that circle?
This circle is, America, United States give a lot of people on this war. And you already know that, Scott.
Yep.
And two wars, Afghanistan and Iraq. A lot of people dead. All soldiers dead.
Yeah. And even more civilians dead in those countries, though, right?
Sorry, say that again.
But yeah, but even more, civilians in those countries dead that maybe didn't need to be.
Even the civilians is dead. We have an army actually dead too. We have an army, Americans who died, there. And after that, ISIS come to north of Iraq. Really? That's not fair.
How did you guys eventually get out?
Huh?
How did you guys eventually get out?
Well, I told you actually in 2004 what's happening is exactly 2005 been in Jordan, as I told you, because what happened.
Yeah. How did you get there? It must have been difficult to leave the country at that time, I would imagine.
I'm leaving the country for one reason, because of my dream.
Yeah.
Come to the United States because it's my safe home, because I was a threat from these kind of people, These kind of people that are really dangerous, Scott.
Yeah.
Imagine your life every single day is on danger and a threat. And you don't know if you go out, you will never go back. You don't know if you go back or not. If you go back safe to your home or not. We just living a regular life to go to, my father go to work, I go to schools. But they don't like that.
Yeah, they want you to fight for them, right? Yeah.
No. So we move on. I just want to come to my safe home country, United States, and I come here. And thanks God, every day, it's a good day for me because I'm an American citizen. Because this given me to be a proud, giving me a benefits, and to give me to belong to this country for all my life. Live for it and die for it.
When you emigrated to the United States, did you ever think you would see characters like Donald Trump that have, I don't know, maybe a little bit of a Saddam Hussein streak in him come to power in our country?
No. Saddam's is different than Trump. No. It's a big difference.
Well, let me ask you about that.
Let me tell you this. Saddam Hussein, it's, my God, a lot of people under his administration. Saddam Hussein is dictatorians with action, with action. I'm just telling you simple things about my dad. 1995 to 2003. And my father testified investigation that he didn't do it. He didn't even do it. And he didn't know even a cousin. It's like cousin from other family, far from his family. Can you imagine this? So, and they actually, they did what they did, and I already told you what happened to my dad at that time, So
it sounds like Are you, having seen a real proper dictator in action, would it be safe to say, like, you're not worried about Donald Trump? Like, he's not that guy. He's small beans.
Our country here, we have a strong people. We are not above in the law. Do you understand me?
Oh, I do. Yeah, I worry if some of our leaders
never be against the law. We never be against the law. We have a law, not above the law. We shouldn't have to be above the law. We have a Supreme Court, in a country, and we have a constitution. We have a Congress. There is a lot of control here. America is different than any country in the whole world. America is different, big different.
Do you think it can't happen here?
No, that will never happen here, because we have a strong people. We have a strong people who can control the country from this happening. No, I would never imagine that will be happening here.
No, not even a little worried about some of the behavior that is.
I'm telling you,
dictator-like. Yeah,
but I'm telling you, I'm here actually to give the people a better life. To tell them, because if you doesn't know America, I can tell you how America is built and how America is exactly is. I'm actually running. I am running as a candidate for the people, to helping people. That is my goal. It's not about position to take it actually on me on title. No. I'm taking that to help the people, protect people. To be our township. For example, this is a township. Pleasant Township trustee. It's helping actually to make our township safer, sorry. I'm so sorry. It is safer. Let's correct my language. I'm sorry. To be safer for the people and to help them. Because when people in the hard time, I'm responsible for them. I'm going to be responsible for them, for their utilities, their rents, food, essential services, to help them, to give them what they need, to be back on their feet in a tough time. Because I feel how when you actually work in a full time, and you couldn't get it, you need someone to help you, I'm here for you, buddy. I'm the one who's going to be helping you to move your life forward. Because what I have been through in my life, I got the lessons from it. I've got opportunity, and experience to handle the situation, to handle the county, the infrastructure of the community. That's what I am handling. To be responsible for them, to feel them safe and with dignity, respect with dignity. When they come needing help, I'm here for them. That's was the part. And I was actually with my friends before this position actually remind me back in 2009, 2010, around 2010, I was helping people with the furniture from the churches. Helping.
Was that 9? Were you in Jordan or Egypt at that point?
No, 2009, 2010, I was in the United States. I told you I come to.
Oh, you were here by then. Okay. Sorry.
Yeah, and I help people. We have a lot of refugee.
Yeah.
And I was, living. My neighbors was refugee and they needed help. I helped them at that time. Because my friend, he helped me. He said, Saad, one day you help people And this is happening. See, this is happening. I'm going
Yeah.
to be helping the people, and I'm still helping people. You know, for sure.
Yeah. No, your love for this country and its institutions and your faith just in our country just really shows through. And um I can tell that you value and appreciate the opportunity you've been given to be here, and that you want to take that and use it to serve other people.
Of course.
I gotta ask,
Go
in
ahead.
Johnson County, you're an Arab American brown skinned guy from Iraq whose name is Saad Tawfeeq. Is it hard talking to some of your neighbors there? Maybe are a little less understanding, less welcoming. What do you think? Is it a two-way street? I can feel your love for America and Americans coming through. Is it reciprocated?
All right. Let me tell you this. Recently, I'm going every Sunday to see my community at the Church of Greenwood. It's a youth church, gathering all the people. What you should actually to do first. Actually, you need to meet with the leadership, organizer of the community, and you need to deal in with the churches. But this is about faith. This is about faith. People, when I discuss with them what I have been through, they feel me. It's not. I love this country. I love this country, and I love the people of this country.
Are
so
you
the people like I engaging with them, the people like I engage with them, talking to them, give them my story, give them what I'm going to be doing for them. It doesn't matter, Democrat or Republican or Independent. I am doing it for you guys. This is what my strategy on my, when I got elected, and this is what I'm going to do for you guys. So I keep everything's on the paper and publish it. And I publish a video actually that what I'm going to do for Plaza Township. If you can look at it, actually, the last post I put it for me actually, and with the details what I'm going to do for the Pleasant Township trustee.
Indeed, and we will for sure share that in the show notes. I did want to ask, what do you think about the Trump immigration crackdown? They're making it harder to claim asylum. They're making it harder for people to emigrate to this country, making it harder for other folks
this is not on you
to have the same opportunities you do.
Well, I'm telling you this. America, this is not on you for me. It's not surprise me to be with the process, harder process. Because I told you, I have been waiting, years to come to the United States. And when I see people legally come to the United States illegally, what do you think? What do you think? If you come illegally or you come legal, I would love to let the people come legal to this country. Because when you come illegal, actually, everything that is affected our community, I can say. Legal people, if you come illegal actually to the country, that would be okay for you. But I am actually, look, I give you my story, and you already knew what happened to me. To come to the United States, it's not easy. It's really, really hard.
Yeah.
And when you are illegal to come to the United States, and any president, even though Republican or Democrat, you're not allowed to be illegal. Don't you know that?
Yeah. Should we make it easier to be legal?
Yeah. No, I'm saying it's about, you tell me about the asylums, the immigration, all these things. Look back to Obama administration. Look how many people they come to the United States. And look to actually the old presidents. Nobody like to be illegal. You have to be legal to United States, you know. But against the people, like see, torturing the people, killing the people, no, this is not. This is not who we are. This is not who we are. You have like good communicate. You have to have a good communicate with a person. Okay, you get him. Okay, get him out, but don't actually hate him or hurt him. No, I'm not with that. I'm telling you, I'm a very peaceful person. Peaceful person and respecting with dignity with the people. You know, I don't let them feel disrespect. No, I would never ever doing that. I'm 100% agree with you. You know, what's happening is against the people. That's not right. Scott.
Oh yeah. Do you worry about yourself at all? I mean, you are a citizen. You have been for 10 years. Congratulations. But that has not stopped ICE from detaining some American citizens and putting them.
If you are illegal, not illegal.
They've detained citizens. They've detained legal immigrants. So do you worry that they might mix things up? They might come for the wrong guy. That they just don't care.
Oh, they have. They already know who I am. They already know who I am exactly. You know, I'm here in Indiana. A lot of people know who Saad Tawfeeq. A lot of people, you know, who know who I am and what I have been through. And 2016, oh my gosh, they published my newspaper, my story. It's whole the street on Indianapolis.
Yeah.
The street of Meridian Street, from the north side to the south side. They published my newspaper, my story with my dad, you know. So they already know. Most of the people, like when I see, they said, hey, this name is familiar to me. And I discussed with them and I told them who I am and tell them what I am running for and what I am doing and what party I am in, you know. So they feel so happy about me, you know. Why should to be afraid in a country that I live here? This is my home, safe country. How could be afraid from it? I know. I've got, threat. Not a threat. It's hate crime.
Yep.
Because of my father was with me back in 2024. And when I got nominated, I celebrate with my dad, who was eating a dinner together. Some guy with his son. He's a firefighter of Johnson County. He insists, to play with us. We was playing a pool in the restaurant. He insists, to talking to my dad. He just told him we are okay. I'm with my son. I'm going to be with my son. He just keep talking. He see the slangs of my dad. Looked to his nationality and he started to be against my dad, threatened my dad to beat him up and to beat us. So I said, man, I'm in the country. I'm in a free country. I'll call the 911 right now and police will deal with you. Go get your people. He said, I'm going to get my people to beat you up, guys. Because what was the reason? Because my father tell him, I'm American like you. You are an American and I am an American. So it is because of his nationality, he doing that to us.
I'll tell you what.
This is not the first time for me. This is not the first time. My mother, she got a hate crime too. And during primary of 2016 presidential, my mother, she got she put the flag on her head. She respected, so she put the flag, American flag, on her head. 2 people come to my mom, husband and wife, insulted my mom because she's wearing a flag. It's a hate crime. They threatened her in Starbucks at that time. And during that, I was in the office campaign of Hillary Clinton, doing phone calls and all the work for Hillary. And I just got a call. My mom, she got a hate crime. But we have a police officer who's actually good response, and reported everything, I already reported to them when I got the hate crime, and this is not the first time, third times, 3 times I got a hate crimes. I'm strong. I'm not afraid. I'm not afraid.
I'm sorry that you guys had to deal with that. That stinks. It really it demonstrates something, and you are a very good example of something. I think is that people who choose America, who immigrate here, who choose to go through the process and become citizens, I think they appreciate what America is about far more than a lot of native-born Americans. We take things for granted.
And I was in a tough time. Can you imagine? I was on a machine. I was on dialysis. Like, people looking at me, patient next to me, looking at me, I'm actually studying. I didn't care I'm on dialysis or not. I just want to do the things that I'm dreaming of, to be happy and to be belonging officially to this country, United States. In a tough time, and I get success, and I move on. This things that is happening to me is not affected me, ever. By the way, even though it's making me strong to move on, because I'm so confident with myself, Scott. I'm so strong to handle the situation, handle the community, give this energy to the community. They can hear me.
Yeah.
I can help them, make them more safe, more respect with dignity. So
it really goes to show that I think people that have had to overcome things are generally a lot more willing to help others, because they don't want to see people have to go through the hard things that they have gone through. And I could just tell so much from you that you had to go through so many hard things, and here you are, in your adopted home, in your adopted town, trying to make it so your neighbors don't have to struggle with things like utility bills or food assistance. And
I've been 15
it's hard
years.
work.
Yeah, it is a 15 years. I'm not like it's a new to them. I have been living here 15 years, and I know what's happening. Nothing been changed. Nothing been changed. And thanks God we have churches that helping, and I see neighbors help neighbors.
Yep.
With the churches here, thanks God we have a good churches is in here to help the community. So I'm telling you now, to move on, to tell you if I get elected. Actually, remember, I just want to remind this to the people. You need to know what I'm going to do for them is exactly. First of all, I will accessibly make it easier, make it easier for residents to apply for assistance and receive help quickly. Second, partnerships, work with nonprofits and churches and county programs to expand resources. Third, transparency, publish clear reports so residents know how funds are spent. These changes make sure the township is not just stopgap, but a real partner in helping people get back on their feet. And I was, telling you that the people, when they actually had a tough time, I am the person that they go to. I'm sorry about my level of, correctly, there's, the sentence actually, between the sentence actually, I'm sorry about that. I don't know the people, they wouldn't be understand what I said exactly for them, because I do this I do these things actually by myself. You
Mhm.
know, these things, when I see, something that affect families, I write it down. I'm searching a lot, searching about my community, join with the groups of Greenwood community, engaging with them to see what's happening, what's affect them. So I just all, put it all together. In this month, been on this month, during this month, and I'm keeping continue actually to see what's the most issue that is affect the Pleasant Township and our actually community. The biggest things that it's need to be fixed and never been fixed. I'm going to be fixed for them and move the community forward. You know,
Yeah, I'll tell you what, son. You are an inspiring dude. I got to tell you, if I'm one of your neighbors, I want, if I got tough times to navigate, I want somebody who has navigated tough times, and it's you, sir, have navigated some tough times. And just, thank you for being here in Indiana, for choosing our little state, and for doing what you can to help your community. It really is heartwarming. Why don't you close us out by telling folks where they can find out more information about you and your campaign?
Okay. First of all, again, my name is Saad Tawfeeq. I'm for Plaza Township trustee. You can find me on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, Twitter X. Email me on Saad for Johnson County 2025 at gmail.com. Any concerns, any ideas you have, any help you need, please contact me on Saad for Johnson County 2025 at gmail.com. Thank you, Scott, for having me today. And by the way, every year, I celebrate with my family, going to the dinner outside. I feel it inside of me. It's a huge thing. It's most of huge things is important, for me. This day is very, very important to me. It's because it wasn't easy. Wasn't easy to get it because I was in a tough time. I was on dialysis. I was on a surgery of back surgery. During that recovery, I was, study get to be a citizen. So it is a huge thing. I every year celebrate and keep it that to the community. Keep it that in your mind, guys. I am safe every morning, every day, every single day. Every day is a good day because I'm an American citizen. Thanks God.
And it is
May
a
God
good
bless
day.
you.
It is a good day to be a Hoosier with neighbors like Saad Tawfeeq. Thank you very much. We appreciate you joining us here on the Who's Left podcast tonight.
Thank you. Thank you, Scott. Thanks for having me. Have a great time and happy Halloween.
Happy Halloween. Once again, that was Saad Tawfeeq, celebrating 10 years as a U.S. citizen and running for Pleasant Township trustee in Johnson County. I hope you enjoyed his refreshingly positive view of America circa 2025. And in an unusual move, we'll keep the good vibes rolling this Sunday morning on Who's Left This Week, which is now streaming exclusively on our own channels, YouTube, Facebook Live, and of course at who'sleft.us. Indiana's most thorough weekend morning news and politics talk show. It's a lot of fun if you can call following the news in this timeline fun. I bring together a couple of friends to talk about the week's headlines from around Indiana and beyond. I hope to see you there in the comments, but if you can't make it live, the program will be available as a podcast Sunday afternoon. This week, we're going to talk all about Tuesday's big wins for Democrats in the off-year elections and the lessons Hoosiers can take away. Thanks again to Saad for his time today and for his unrelenting positivity, and thank you for listening. One last reminder to please consider contributing to this project with a paid subscription at who'sleft.us. where you'll find my entire archive. I rely solely on the generosity of kind patrons like you to make this information available for free to everybody. In addition to the website, you can find me on Blue Sky, Instagram, and Threads at whosleft.us, and on Facebook, X, TikTok, Mastodon, and YouTube at Who's Left. Direct message me at any of those sites with feedback, tips, ideas, and concerns, or email me at scott@whosleft.us. While you got the old email machine out, please forward the show to a friend and have them pass it on too. Let's keep building this project and a truly democratic state, one conversation at a time. Until the next one, this has been the Who's Left podcast. I'm Scott Aaron Rogers. Love each other, Indiana.